Intel Core i3, the solid starter CPU for everyday use. Core i3 is the budget-friendly entry point in Intel's processor family. It's perfect if your daily routine involves web surfing, video calls for school or work, using Microsoft Office apps, and juggling a handful of programs at once. On recent 13th, 14th gen models, you also get much better efficiency and responsiveness than older i3 chips. Recent i3 models typically pack 4 performance cores and up to 8 threads, which handles dozens of browser tabs, 1080p video playback, and even lighter esports titles like League of Legends or Fortnite at low settings without major issues. Just remember that the integrated graphics on non-F i3 chips are fine for media and light games, but you'll want a dedicated GPU for modern AAA titles. That said, push it toward demanding tasks, 4K video timelines, complex photo edits in Photoshop, 3D modeling, and you'll run into slowdowns, choppy performance, and that's by design. Keeping expectations realistic allows these chips to stay affordable and power efficient. Key suffixes to know. U, low-power mobile chips for great battery life and cooler operation in slim laptops. F, no built-in graphics, requires a separate GPU but often costs less. T, ultra-low power desktop versions for small form factor PCs, quiet office machines. Intel Core i5, the go-to choice for most users. If you're looking for strong all-around performance without overspending, the i5 hits the sweet spot. These mid-range processors in modern generations usually feature around 10 to 14 total cores, a mix of performance and efficiency cores, delivering smooth results across a wide range of activities. Solid 1080p, 1440p gaming, coding and app development, photo editing and light to moderate video work, streaming gameplay or running multiple apps simultaneously, it can handle it all. One important tip, don't fixate only on the i5 label. A fresh i3 can sometimes match or edge out an older i5 in real-world speed and efficiency, so always check the generation and model number instead of the tier name alone. Common suffixes. U, thin and light laptops prioritizing battery. H/HS, higher performance mobile chips for gaming or creator laptops. K, desktop unlocked models for overclocking. Pair with strong cooling to manage extra heat. KF, like K but without integrated graphics, usually a bit cheaper, needs a GPU.
Core i7, built for intensive workloads. Core i7 processors target users who regularly tackle heavier tasks. With up to around 20 cores in modern variants, you get headroom to record gameplay, edit footage in real time, or keep heavy creative suites open without constant frustration. On laptops, look for H/HX suffixes. These deliver desktop-like power in chunkier, better-cooled machines. Desktop options include K, overclockable with iGPU, and KF, overclockable, no iGPU, usually cheaper. At this tier, many compare i7 to AMD Ryzen 7 equivalent. AMD often pulls ahead lately on power efficiency, cooler running temps, and value. Intel Core i9, top-tier power but not always necessary, boasting up to 24 cores and 32 threads for extreme workloads, professional-grade 8K editing, massive 3D projects, or maxed-out gaming. It powers through intensive jobs effortlessly, but for pure gaming, it's frequently considered overkill nowadays. Many games don't fully use all those extra cores. AMD's Ryzen X3D series, with its large 3D V-cache, often delivers noticeably better frame rates in games at similar or lower power draw and cost. Unless your workflow genuinely demands the extra cores or threads, most gamers and creators find i7 or even high-end i5 sufficient. Intel Core Ultra, the shift to AI-optimized processing. Found mostly in premium laptops, these chips integrate a dedicated NPU alongside the CPU and integrated ARC graphics for AI-heavy workloads. This NPU helps offload tasks like real-time background blur and noise suppression in zoom and auto eye contact correction and framing, accelerated features in creative apps like generative fill. The big wins? Lower overall heat, longer battery runtime, and smoother AI experiences without taxing the main CPU or GPU constantly. It's especially valuable for creators, developers, or professionals who rely on AI tools daily. Intel vPro, enterprise-focused security and management. vPro editions, available on select i5, i7, i9, or Ultra models, add business-grade features like remote device management, hardware-based security, and IT tools for fleet control. They're common in corporate laptops where admins need to update, monitor, or lock down systems remotely without physical access. On newer vPro platforms, some security and management tasks can also tap into the NPU, helping detect threats more efficiently while saving power.
Intel Atom. Intel Atom processors focus on getting the most work from very little power. They're built for tiny, always-on or power-sensitive devices rather than typical home PCs or laptops. You'll find Atom chips in things like payment terminals, kiosks and malls or airports, digital signs, routers, and IP security cameras. Because they use so little power, they run cool and often don't need fans, which is great for quiet, sealed, or dust-proof systems. The downside is performance. Atom is great for simple, focused tasks, but it quickly struggles with heavy multitasking, demanding apps, or anything that needs a lot of raw speed. Intel Celeron. For many years, Intel Celeron was the go-to choice for ultra-cheap everyday computers. These CPUs were meant for the basics only, writing documents, light browsing, email, and simple office tools. In performance charts, Celeron models usually sat near the bottom of Intel's lineup. Many early Celerons were actually higher-end chips with small defects. Intel disabled the faulty parts, like some cache or cores, and sold them as slower, cheaper processors. That's why they feel fine with one or two light tasks, but start to lag badly once you open more tabs, extra apps. Intel has now dropped the Celeron name in newer budget laptops, since even low-end machines today need stronger hardware. Intel Pentium sat one step above Celeron in the budget range. It was still aimed at value buyers, but offered noticeably better speed and capacity for everyday use. With Pentium, people could comfortably run more tabs, a full office suite, streaming video, and even some light or older games. Like Celeron, the Pentium brand has recently been retired for new systems, replaced by simpler naming as entry-level processors became much more capable than classic Pentiums ever were. Intel Xeon. Intel Xeon processors live in a different tier entirely. They're designed for serious professional work in data centers rather than normal home PCs. Xeons power rack servers, high-end engineering and content creation workstations, and cloud infrastructure running heavy jobs like massive databases, AI training, scientific simulations, and financial modeling. In recent years, AMD's EPYC and Threadripper lines have challenged Xeon strongly, often matching or beating performance while offering more cores for the money.